All right, John, a phenomenal performance by those three teams in the women's 4x400. What might it bring in the men's? This is the 4x400 relay. Two sections remaining of this race. This is Texas A&M. They will start out in lane number 5, and this is a matter of pride for the Aggies.
Well, it certainly is. They are the meet record holder from back in 2018, 3:02:35. That record could be in jeopardy. Maybe not from this heat, but the next heat. But you see Arkansas women took home the title. Arkansas men could very well take home the title as well. They've run 3:03:18. We'll see them in Section 2, but that was Shivani Hansen of Texas A&M for the leadoff. For Kentucky in lane 6, Brian Faust.
From the inside, Mississippi State, Alabama, Texas A&M, and Kentucky on the outside.
So this season, Kentucky's gone 3:05:01, Texas A&M 3:04:84, Alabama has gone 3:05:75, and Mississippi State 3:08:34. So it's a little bit odd that Texas A&M is not in the fastest heat, which they just have so much pride in this 4x4, but they just don't quite have the 800-meter runners, other quarter-milers that they've had in the past.
They will be anchored by their 800-meter champion, a new school record holder, Brandon Miller. And this is Shivani Hansen leading off for the Aggies. And they will hand off equally with Mississippi State.
Well, for Texas A&M, that's Omajua Etiwe. We saw him yesterday in the 400 meters. He didn't get through to the finals, but just a staple in 4x400 meter relays. And then we see Lance Lang of Kentucky. Saw him run a stellar leg last year to get Kentucky back into the mix, but Lang with a victory in the 200 meters earlier tonight. Always a gamer when it comes to the 4x4.
Lang can bring it at 200 and 400 meters, but it's still A&M in the lead as they get ready to make the second exchange. And they bank it cleanly, and that is Emmanuel Bamidele, the freshman who ran more than a second personal best yesterday in his 400 meter heat. And for Kentucky, that is now in second, that is Dwight St. Hilaire, the senior from Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, 46 flat for Etiwe on that second leg. But big breakthrough for Bamidele this season to come to the SEC championships and have a breakthrough at the end of this indoor season can mean a lot to your confidence going into the outdoors.
Boy, St. Hilaire is rebuffed by Bamidele. Aggies get the stick first, but Kentucky manages to get in front. Kennedy Leitner gets in front of Brandon Miller, but Miller's got that 800 meter strength as well as good speed.
Like Brandon Miller got over his spikes a little bit there, stumbled, but he got back into a rhythm. But Kennedy Leitner, new school record holder in the 200 meters. We'll see if Miller can run him down here in this last lap.
That Miller strength. Does he have the turnover? Leitner is able to reject him, but that strength is still there for Miller. Leitner's going to hold him off. Kentucky wins it. A&M second. .45.43 for Leitner, 45.72 for Miller on those anchors.
Well, the thing about being an 800 meter runner is you can make a surge, you can really push yourself, you can get rebuffed, but you can regroup yourself just because of your conditioning and you can go at it again. 400 meter runners and 200 meter sprinters just don't have that ability. It's usually one good try and done, but there you see Brandon Miller made a couple of different tries, just too much speed from Kennedy Leitner.
3:04.04 to 3:04.30, so 3:04.04 becomes the time to beat for the teams in the final section.
So seasonal best for all four teams there as we move into the quickest of all of the heats, and the national leader we'll see in this next heat will be represented by Florida. Here's Ja'Cory Patterson. He'll lead off for the Gators. They've run 3:02.09 this season. 3 SEC teams out of the top 5 ranked in the top 5, but Florida ahead of Iowa. They've run faster than Iowa by about 0.4 of a second.
So there's how they'll line up. Tennessee on the inside in lane 3. Then Georgia in 4, leading off Matthew Bowling. Then Florida in 5, and Arkansas on the outside like they were in the women's race.
For Florida to go Ja'Cory Patterson, Ryan Willie, Jacob Miley, and then champion Allison.
Stay in lanes for the 2 turns. There goes Matthew Bowling of Georgia into the early lead.
Wow, that is quick for the first 100 meters. He's really pushing it.
He wants that pole position, and with aggressive running like that, he will get it. Ja'Cory Patterson right there behind him. Bowling really a workhorse for this Georgia Bulldog team on the men's side. leading the world in the 200. He's not contested that here. Hope to see him run the 200 at the NCAA meet in Birmingham in a couple of weeks. So Georgia passes first with Florida right there on the shoulder. For Georgia, it's Caleb Kavanaugh and Ryan Willie for the Gators into the lead.
Bowling with a 45.01 and Ja'Cory 45.81, excuse me, and 45.87 for Ja'Cory Patterson. Here see Ryan Willie look up at the big screen so he can see who is directly behind him.
Caleb Kavanaugh is right on his shoulder. And now Tennessee in the mix with a great leg by Christopher Bailey. And Florida passes first, and Georgia drops in. That was pretty aggressive running by Bryce McCray.
Well, both Georgia and the Florida athletes, they went out hard. This is Jacob Miley, just a sophomore in the number 3 position for the Gators.
And for Tennessee, that's Rasheem Griffith.
45.27 for Ryan Willie.
And 45.37 for Caleb Kavanaugh. Very tight for the top 3 as they're getting ready to hand off to their anchors. Georgia still in the lead. And this is Elijah Godwin for Georgia on the anchor. He was not able to qualify for the 400 Open. And for Florida, this is Champion Allison. And back there in third for Tennessee, Emmanuel Bynum.
.46.77 for Bryce McCray of Georgia, and 46.84 for Miley of Florida on those last legs.
Champion Allison expecting that Elijah Godwin isn't running like he was last year, but Godwin's doing a good job of holding him off. Allison trying to shift to another gear. It's going to be a Florida. Ooh, so close. Godwin might have held him off. And they've given it to Georgia. 3:02.59, just missing the meet record by 24 hundredths of a second. 44.95 for both on the anchor.
Well, it looked like Elijah Godwin really wanted some of that intensity back after not making the finals in the 400 meters, and they dropped their season best by over 2 seconds. We can see Champion Allison, he went wide to try to gather himself for one final push. I think Elijah Godwin just too much will to not come out on top. But, oh, look at that. And it was right there. It was a step. As soon as Godwin took that last step, it just shifted his torso in just a hair ahead of Champion Allison. Boom. And there it is, the majority of that torso crosses first by Godwin. But fun, competitive running. There you see a hand slap by Coach Devin West.
A great ending for Georgia. Matt Bowling on the leadoff, Elijah Godwin on the anchor. Holding off Florida right at the end. 3:02.59 to 3:02.61. And there's the combined through the sections of how they actually finished, with Arkansas not scoring any points in the 4x4, but they did not need it, as we go down to John, who has the winning 4x4 team.
Yeah, I am hanging out in super fast company, and I don't mean to ignore the three of you. We don't have time to get through everybody. Congratulations, how good it is. We're talking to the guy who didn't have to run in the Open 400. I want to know how much that motivated you when you got that stick in your hand.
Man, when you know your potential, and sometimes you get a chance and you can't display it. But this 4x4, what it meant for me is to come back and redeem myself, show my teammates I'm dependable, show myself that I'm consistent. Man, it meant a whole lot, man. I just love the opportunity I got to come out here and redeem myself. That's all.
You set a meet record. How does that set you up for 2 weeks when everybody gets together and pretty much does this again, because it's a very SEC-dominated event?
Yeah, man. Me and my team, we ready to go. We working hard every day. We ready to go.
Matthew, how about you? National championships. We'll probably see you in the 200 again. What are your plans for that?
Run fast. Do what I got to do to score points for the team. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a fight. Every event, we're going to be ready to go.
I'm going to leave it at that and just tell you four to hunker down, you hairy dogs. Good job.
Georgia has never won the 4x400 meter relay at the SEC on the men's side. So the first time is the best time.